Guys, how are you? I've come up with today. I've come with something that has been on my mind for some time, and I was first afraid to talk about it because I know you guys are going to ask me a lot of questions. Hey, mugenda kuyomba nnyo. But I really think I've confirmed, and I now think that parenting is so much underrated. Why? You are going to attack me saying, are you a parent? Yet I'm not a parent, but man, when you are outside something, you are a better observer than the person that actually does it. Because I know parents there, you have a lot of excuses. I do this, I do this, I do this. So it's our role to actually observe and see. Why am I saying parenting is so much underrated? Is because parenting actually determines how this person, how your child is going to be. If all your children, okay, let's say, not make you happy, their characters, they are what, it's your problem. If you always talk about my son does this, my son does that, it's your problem. Why? Because according to some psychologists called Sigmund Freud, and many people have researched about it, it has been confirmed that the early years of our lives determine actually how we are going to be, how we are going to think, and how we are going to behave when we grow up. For example, what are early years? Early years, to me, that's early childhood. Infancy from like when someone is born, like up to 10 years. To me, those are early years. Okay, other people take it differently, but to me, early years, someone from when they are born up to primary. The things that happen to our lives during those years determine on the biggest percentage how we are going to be, how we are going to behave, how our emotions are going to be. For example, I can tell you about attachments. These attachments, what are attachments? Are the ability of young people or kids or children to be attached to some people, to some type of people. Say, my mother, yeah, I'm going to report you to dad. You know, they always cry when their dads or their moms are not around, or they are caretakers. Attachments are most, okay, we see these things when people are young. And attachment determine how most of the people are going to behave in relationships. You have seen girls or boys that they are in a relationship with you, but when you are coming too close, they push out. When something's happening and they are really feeling you and you are close to them, they pull out. Why do you think? It's because these people, in their attachment, at first when they're getting attached to their parents were both were the source of terror and at the same time the source of love. So at most time they didn't know what to expect from their parents. So sometimes the parents are available, other times they're not available when these kids need them. That's why I'm saying, you as a parent, as a young mother, the way you treat your kid determine how this kid is going to be in future. That's why I'm saying parenting is so underrated. Parenting is a real thing. Before you decide to say that I'm going to give birth to someone, be ready to be there for them. Be ready to do everything to make sure they get the best education, they get the best mentality. Why? Because your activities, the way you behave, the way you treat this kid is actually going to determine how they are going to be when you are not there. So, as I have connected you from attachment and how they affect relationships, you have also seen people who are not so much expressive, like, not that one. Women or men that are always asking, do you really love me? In a relationship, okay, I'm sorry for the female gender, but it's mostly with them. They always want confirmation. Confirmation. Even when you marry them, even when you've done everything for them, they want that thing. And the people who are always jealous, they want confirmation every time that you love them. Why? Because when they are growing up, the people they were attached to were sometime available and sometime not available. You get my point? It was not mixed emotions. Today, this kid is attached to the parent, and tomorrow the parent is not there. So that's why this girl or boy wants confirmation from you every time, because every time they feel you're close to them, they're afraid that every person that comes in their lives might go after some time. That's why they are very, very, very much always asking, do you love me? Confirmation. They always asking about where you have been. Why? Because they are insecure. And this insecurity comes way from childhood when you're talking about attachment.